Hey guys, so I'm in my Toyota Sienna today, and my Sienna is a 2011 model, and it does not have CarPlay or anything funky like that. But I do have a CarPlay screen right here, a small one. But today I'm going to upgrade and try to get a bigger screen that also has a camera in the back. So let's give it a shot. All right, so let's take a look at this CarPlay HD car DVR, they call it, but it's a CarPlay system with a camera on it also. So it's by Jataza. So let's take a look at it. All right, so here's the screen. It's a good looking screen, it's pretty thin. Here's the camera on the back. There's some adjustability on this camera, so it's not static. That's pretty cool. It looks like there's a power, some ventilation, and some speakers too, I assume. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. All right, so here's the suction mounting. So you could mount it like that. See, this suction is that gooey stuff. It's not just normal rubber. It's a gooey, sticky rubber. So these always stick better to your dashes. And here's another mounting option. If you have a flat surface that you could mount this onto, you could mount it like that. So that's a pretty good option too. If you have a flat surface, it's a really good option. Okay, so here's a backup camera too. If you don't have a backup camera, you could hook this up. I actually have a backup camera, so I don't need this right now, but I'm going to hang on to it in case I do need it in the future. And here's the key that makes it all really easy to hook up, is that it just plugs right into your cigarette lighter. It's a USB port, so you could actually, if you have a USB, you don't even need the cigarette lighter. Just connect it to this USB port. But this makes it real nice and easy, and if you stick it in your cigarette port, it'll give you an extra USB. So you actually gain a USB while you're using one. All right, so this is the mounting pad. If your surface is not smooth, so that this doesn't stick well, this will give you a smooth surface. So you would stick this onto your dash and then stick this on top of that. All right, so let's give it a shot. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the old CarPlay. And it's a similar concept. It's just a CarPlay screen, but it's a smaller screen and there's no camera on it. But this one, it's a bigger screen with a camera. All right, the good news is my old screen has pretty much the exact same type of mounting that the new one has. The new one has this nicer mount with a little, with like a resting stand that this would go on top and it would rest on that. But I already have this mount here, so I'm just going to leave that and see if this thing holds up. All right, look at that. So really easily, I'm able to swap out the old one for the new one. And you can see this screen is much bigger than my old one. Here, size comparison, here's my old one. And this one is going to be a lot easier for me to see. Now's the super easy part, which is the installation. You just plug it in your cigarette lighter, and it should work. Okay, okay. So the CarPlay camera already has an SD card, micro SD card. So it comes in there, so you don't have to buy a new one. And I'm just gonna plug in the USB. And that should be it. Okay, so for the wiring, I'm just gonna make it a little bit neater by tucking it in back here. and then just following the line around the edges to out here. All right, so the wire goes back there and it comes around over here, and here I'm just going to tuck it in here also and route it down and underneath. All right, that was pretty low effort. I have it plugged in here. It's routed underneath, comes around up here, still pretty clean all the way. You could see some wiring there, clean there, and a little bit of wiring to the back. When you're in the front, looks like a pretty clean setup. Let's give it a shot. Turn on the car. Okay, it's a little bright today, but you can see the screen popping up. All right, English. All right, so I'm going to connect the phone, and my camera will probably cut out. So I connected my phone, and looks like everything is up and running already. That's it. It's ready to go. So let's check out this camera. See what home DVR. Oh, dang. Look at that. That's a really sharp camera. You could see it. There's reality. There's the screen. That's really nice and sharp. It looks like it's recording right now. Right, so that's pretty cool. See what else is on here. You can do Android Auto, of course. Android Cast, AirPlay. All right. For settings, I know. All right, so if you click the Bluetooth button, so right now I'm on Bluetooth mode. There's auxiliary input, and you could use the speaker of this, and you could also transmit through FM transmitter. But because I have Bluetooth in my car, I could go through the Bluetooth. So let's test that out. I need to get a new phone because the one I'm using to record is the same one that's I'm using for CarPlay. So let's give that a shot. All right, so let's push play. So I have it connected to my Bluetooth, as you can see, and let's turn down the volume. All right, and so I'm controlling this through the steering wheel of my car because my volume button's broken. All right. I can't leave it on too long because I'm going to get a copyright infringement. So pretty cool. Works. I like it.